Hi, I'm Lauren LaVera, and I want to welcome you to Sinister Cinema.
What's up, guys? It's about 7:30 in the morning. This trailer dropped maybe about a half an hour ago. Kaylee was leaving for work, so she couldn't join us here. So if you're wondering where she is, that's where she is, heading to work. And I have the day off, so I said, you know what? I'm going to get this up as quick as I possibly can and react to this. I did all of the reviews of Art the Clown films in the past, whether it was All Hallows Eve or Terrifier 1 and 2. We had Lauren LaVera on the channel in an interview right after Terrifier 2 came out, so definitely go check that out. But without further ado, let's jump into it, and we'll discuss everything after. Okay, let's go. I feel like this franchise is keeping Screambox alive because that streaming service just does not put anything on there. Good old Lauren LaVera. Hey, I've talked to her. She's a wonderful person. She's gonna be terrified here, I guess. Victoria Hayes. Good to see her back. That looks great. I love that shot with Art. Ooh, the cobwebs around him looks great. I wonder what the... Okay, shower kill, blood angel, and then his blood angel that kind of looks like a demon. It looks like Pazuzu down the center. Okay, Christmas comes early, exclusively in theaters, exclusively. So okay, October 11th. Yeah, I mean, shut up. All right, so. Yeah, I mean, we get some quick little visuals here. Everything is just quick cut to the point. You could go through this frame by frame and catch more than I did, but you get a taste, right? And that's what we're looking for. For me, this is all that's necessary. In fact, none of it's necessary. I'm seeing it no matter what. Teaser trailers like this are for like hardcore fans who cannot wait an extra second to see at least something. I mean, we got a couple images released yesterday, I think 4 of them. And I think most of them are featured here, or at least versions of them, whether it's Victoria Hayes' character or Sienna or Art in the like Christmas tree glasses. So I don't know. For me, I don't think trailers like this are personally for me. Like, it's exciting, but I'm already excited. I don't need a push. There's no, need to get me, like, excited more than just, like, a poster and a date, right? Like, I'm in, right? I'm going. And I don't want things spoiled. And this does a good job of not spoiling anything. If you're a fan of the franchise and you just wanted a little glimpse of the flavor, of the style, of seeing, Lauren again, then here you are. And I think stuff like this for fans of the genre, this is great, right? Now, people who aren't familiar with this franchise and are going to be pulled in by something like this, does this do something to get them excited? If they're slasher fans, I think so. Sure. You get an iconic looking villain. You get what looks to be a very intense slasher from just the quick cuts that you get. It has an 80s throwback vibe to it. I think they'd want to see more to be sold completely. But I think this does a good job of spiking their interest and to look into it and to see the fan base that this has created. And I think that'll bring it in. Because, I mean, realistically, I think that the last iconic slasher villain that I can think of off the top of my head is Ghostface, and that's like December 96, right? Like, that's the very tail end of 96, but it's still 96, which is like, what, 28 years ago? There's no real slasher icon that has hit hard with the community, where you see like tons of cosplayers and tons of merch and tons of focus on the antagonist of the slasher film to create some new slasher icon. Art is the first one we've had in almost 30 years that I can think of, unless I'm missing somebody. But I don't think I am. Like, that is a big name that slasher fans would now put amongst the ranks of like a Jason or a Michael or a Freddy or a Leatherface or a Chucky, right? Like, it's been a long time. It's just something that kind of died out. We definitely have gotten some slashers, but nothing that's really stuck and made an impact with the community, like something like Terrifier and Art the Clown. So Damien Leone was able to tap in to this kind of untapped resource, this vacuous area in the horror community of slasher icons, right? Because there was like a time in the 80s where there was a freaking Freddy and a Jason and a like all coming out, and Michael like in the same year, right? I think like 1989 had like all of them. It's wild, man. It's just it's crazy that there was a time where we had all these slasher icons making movies around the same time, and now it's just kind of like, yeah, you get random slasher movies once in a while, but to get an icon again is great. Now, I'm not as big of a massive fan as others are. People are hardcore about this. They have Art the Clown tattoos. They have all the merch. They go to the freaking they go to the cons cosplaying, and that's wonderful. This is this generation's Michael, Jason, Freddy, and I think that's fantastic. It's ushering in a new breed of slasher fans, and with the ability to do like the VOD, the streaming service, like a Screambox or a Shudder or something, for them to be able to come in and lend some of the money to it, and for you to have that carte blanche to say, you know what, I don't have to worry about the MPAA. That's what's great about now, is that you can release things unrated, right? Like the last franchise or the last slasher film to try that was Hatchet 2. And it got pulled from theaters like very quick. But this one was able, Terrifier 2 was able to go into theaters, be unrated, and have a pretty damn successful run and really firmly plant itself in the horror genre as like a force to be reckoned with, an independent film. It's like that little film that could. It really has defined itself. It's really been able to plant itself firmly in the horror community's good graces, and that's a huge achievement, because we get tons of these low budget films every year. And I think Damien was able to create something here that really resonated with the audience that this was catered towards, and we need more of that. I'd love to see more, a rise, a resurgence of the slasher icon, to get multiple franchises running simultaneously. Let this be the Halloween of this next generation. Let this be the Michael Myers that inspires the Jason, that inspires the Freddy, that inspires the Chucky, and I guess Leatherface came first, but it was really Halloween that ushered in the slasher craze of the 80s. And I would love for Terrifier to be that precursor to a new renaissance of slasher villains, because it's been empty. It's we're still kind of like bringing back icons from 30, 40, 50 years ago, whether it's Halloween or Scream or whatever. And it's like, I'm still there for those, and it's fine and all, but to get new stuff like this, to get a Terrifier, it's very exciting, and you can tell if you go to cons, you can tell that's an area of horror that has been sorely lacking for a while, the slasher subgenre. There's a lot of slasher fans in the horror community that are yearning for something like this. And it's, as I said, it's very reflective when you go to cons. You see Art the Clown merch, you see Art the Clown cosplay, you see so much love for this franchise from kids who are just like dying for their own slasher icon. And here you go. So kudos to Damien and David and Lauren and everyone involved. It's very exciting, and I very much look forward to seeing this in theaters. I've been here since day one. I've been here reviewing All Hallows Eve, which is how Damien was able to recognize me. The first person, shout out to Damien Leone for being the first person, fun fact, first person to ever recognize me in person was Damien Leone. That's wild. That shows you what a legit horror fan he is that he would recognize some super niche freaking YouTuber like me when I had maybe, I don't know, a couple thousand subscribers, less. Like, I had nothing at that time, and I went to Mad Monster, and I got there early to help out the horror show's booth, and I was walking through, and it was empty, kind of still at that point, and I walked past Damien's table. I didn't even see him, because I was just focused on getting to the table. I don't think they even had their banner up yet or anything, so I didn't even know who the hell they were, because I'd never seen Damien at that point. And I walked by. I just reviewed Terrifier 1 pretty recently, and he featured me in his, promotional reel. I was the first video in his promotional reel, and I was so honored by that, and I was like, holy shit. I can't remember if that happened before or after I met Damien. It might have happened right after, or it might have happened right before. I can't remember the timeline on that. But regardless, I walk by, and Damien, looks up at me, and he's like, Sinister Cinema! And I was like, what? And, I turned around just thinking it was some random guy, and then I looked at him, and he was at a booth, and I was like, oh shit, this is somebody. And he's like, hey man, I'm Damien from Terrifier. And I was like, oh my God, this guy actually recognized me. So you talk about a horror fan, and then David was there with him as well. So I got to hang out with them quite a bit at Mad Monster, which was wonderful. And, it's crazy because they're so big now, I don't know if they would have time for someone small like me at this moment. No, they're good guys. I'm actually friends with them on Facebook and Instagram and, whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, I'm so cool. No, I'm just saying, the point of this was nothing to do with me. The point of this was to point out how much of a fan of horror that Damien Leone is. And he's a true blue fanatic of the genre, right? And I think that passion, that excitement for the genre bleeds through or is very evident here when you watch these things. So anyways, I'm rambling now. But as I had said, I did an interview. Me and my wife did an interview with Lauren LaVera on this. It was a really fun interview. Definitely check that out. I will leave it after. So when this ends, you'll be able to click on it so you don't have to go away from the video and search for it. But Lauren is an absolute sweetheart, deserves all of the attention that she's getting, and I hope wonderful things for her. I'm glad to see her back here. I look forward to seeing what she can do in the future. Shout out to David as Art, good guy, and Damien for being the first person to ever recognize me. I'm just, it's so cool that he's having all this success, and I'm looking forward to this. So Christmas, we're gonna have a new Christmas slasher. Shit, I mean, he's tapped into that too, right? To get another Christmas slasher like Silent Night, Deadly Night or something, or Christmas Evil, or we always have this to come to, and he's smart for that, right? Because this is going to become a Christmas classic for a lot of people. This is something that slasher fans are always going to want to throw on during Christmas time, and I look forward to it. I have no doubt there's going to be some really memorable, awesome kills. They have their work cut out for them to beat the kill in A Violent Nature this year, but I think they will do it. But that one was pretty goddamn rad, and I look forward to this. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking of this, and definitely stay if you haven't seen the Lauren LaVera. If you're a big fan, you're going to definitely want to see that, because it's a fun interview. She was wonderful, and I'm thankful to her for having given us her time. So, all right, guys, I'll see you in the comments, and let me know what you think of this trailer. Looks fun. Got a lot of cool images. Can't really take too much away from it, but to see Victoria Hayes return once again, there's some really nasty stuff with her that looks cool. Great to see Lauren reprising her role as Sienna, and of course we're all here for Art the Clown and his debauchery, his insanity. Didn't see any of the pale face girl, I think is her name. Didn't see her here, so I don't know if she's coming back or not. But looking forward to this. Maybe he'll have a second companion, a new one. Every movie he'll get a new companion, or he'll add a new companion. That'd be cool. I hope so, because another cool look is welcomed. So, anyways, I'll see you guys in the comments. All right, bye.